Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your brother Vian Kwame, aka Dr. Kwame. Welcome back to the Clarion Podcast. Let your voice be heard. The podcast where your voice does matter for real. And I'm joined with my co-host, Ismail. Am I say that right?
Yes, you are. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I am swell, as they
Mm,
like to say. Good to be back in the booth with you. What's going on?
yeah. I mean, everything is fine, we're good. And we have a special guest in the building. The wonderful Chuma, all the way from South Africa.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you guys for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So to start off, how do we properly pronounce your name?
That's it.
Oh wow, my name is Chuma.
Ma.
So you make a clicking sound.
Yes. That's a clicking sound, Xhosa language. Chuma
All right.
Wonderful.
And what's the meaning of it?
means flourish.
Flourish.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, sounds interesting. And you brought up like closer. That's your tribe, right? That's where
Yes,
you
that's
found.
my tribe. I come from Eastern Cape in South Africa.
Okay.
That's where I was born and raised.
All right.
Yes.
So
What's it like there?
Well, Eastern Cape is more of a rural, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have many rural areas in a way, and yeah, you still find all those old houses, the huts, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, and people they do love their culture so much, and we
Mhm.
still respect our tradition and still perform our rituals the old way.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So
Did you know that we have a newsletter we publish every other week? Check out our website at sinclairclarion.com and subscribe so you don't miss out on our daily content.
all right. So what is so particular about the closer tribe, the tribe you found?
We're known for many things, many things. Oh, the biggest one is we have this initiation for boys. Boys have to go to the mountain and spend
Oh,
like
really?
a month there. Yeah,
Wow.
that's a big deal. That's like a biggest deal back home.
Wow. And at what age they have to do that?
They have to be 18 to go there.
18.
Yes, they have to be 18. And they stay there for about a month, and they don't eat normal food
Really?
for about a week. They don't drink water for
Oh
about
my
a
God.
week. That's the way of preparing them to
Okay.
manhood.
Mm.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, in your language, what do you call this initiation ritual?
Ukwaluka. We call it ukwaluka.
Okay.
what does that mean? Ukwaluka, what does that
It
mean?
means initiation.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm. So now, what's the reward when they get back from the
When they
tribe?
get back, they come back, they are men of the house. They get respected. They learn a lot of things, though. They have their own, men in my culture, they have their own language that we don't understand as women.
Wow.
Yeah, they have their own language. Like they can speak in that own language when they are together. They don't just do it publicly.
Wow.
So-
That's fascinating.
So if
Really?
let's say you go to South Africa,
Mhm.
to Eastern Cape,
Mhm.
then you start talking to people there, then they want to know if you are a man. Then they will start talking in that language. Then you won't understand them. Then they will know, oh, this one never went to the mountain. So you're not considered as a man.
Wow. So,
Wow,
so they don't treat you.
Yes,
They treat you like a
you
kid.
can't be like part. Yes, you'll be like kid. You can't be like part of their own ceremonies.
Mhm.
You can't say you don't have a word. You
Mm.
can't just be in their surroundings. So, yeah.
Wow. So now, let's say I'm from Cote d'Ivoire. Let's say I get interested in a woman from South Africa. How do your people will look at me? Or is it like possible for me to?
Oh, word of advice. Just go there, pay lobola, and vanish. Don't stay there. Just go there,
Okay.
get married to the lady that you. There are like many Nigerians. They come to our province and get
Mhm.
married to Xhosa ladies. They do whatever that is required for them to do
Mhm.
in order to get married.
Mhm.
So after they do that, they don't stay there. They just leave.
So he won't have to go to the mountains or anything.
No, no, no.
Okay.
You don't have to. You don't
Alright.
have to.
Okay.
Do the women have their own language as well?
No, we don't have any kind of rituals that we do for ourselves, nothing. We don't have any language, we don't do nothing.
Wow.
We consider that we are a woman when we get married.
Ah, okay. Now, because you take the, so as part of the initiation, 18-year-olds are taken to the mountain. Is it possible to fail the initiation?
Well, it is possible to fail the initiation. When you fail the initiation, it's when, let's say you're there, you get like a medical condition that will require a hospital. Then once you're out of there and then you did not finish that time, well then, it's game over for you. You're done.
You can never try again?
No.
Oh my God. So for the rest of your life,
Yeah. You're just done. Then there's a name that they're gonna call you. They will call you Ilulwane.
what does that mean?
Well, Ilulwane, it's a bird. You know a bird?
A bird.
A bird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a bird. So I don't know why would they call you that, because birds, they travel at night, I believe. And yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, that's what they will call you.
Oh, okay.
You talked about lobola. So can you give us some more info about lobola, and is it the same for every woman in your tribe?
Yeah, it is the same with every woman. You need to get lobola, get paid in order to get married. You see?
So just to backtrack a little bit, because Rayon has been talking about this for quite some time. Since I got into the office today, he's just been talking about lobola. So just for our listeners out there, lobola, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's like a dowry, a bridal price that the man pays the woman or the woman's family. And so that's why Rayon is so interested, in lobola. And he, so your question was, is it the same for every woman?
Same price for every.
Not really same price for every woman. It depends. When you have kids, it can be more, it can be down. When you are well educated, it can be more cows. They don't say it's money. They call it by cows. They charge per cow. It depends how much is the cow at that time. So that's how much they will charge you. If they say they want 5 cows, 10 cows, then you just have to calculate the price for them. Then you give them the money that they want.
Okay, so let's take a simple example. If I'm interested in a woman who already have two kids, so what's gonna be the price of the lobola?
Well,
This is a very specific example.
You're gonna lobola that woman. You're gonna lobola that woman, and you're gonna lobola the kids as well.
Whoa, that's cool. So you give money to the kids as well.
Yeah, you have to. Because now you guys are going to be part of the family all together. So if those kids are going to take like your surname as well, so you have to pay lobola for them as well.
Wow.
Well, he has multiple surnames, so does that also add to the price?
Not really.
So now, what if you have good intents, but you don't have like a lot of money to pay for the lobola? How's it gonna be?
You can pay bit by bit.
Okay.
Yeah, bit by bit until you finish it.
I see a plan formulated behind his eyes. I already know what he's gonna do when this is over. He's gonna go to his computer. He's gonna check the price of cows in South Africa right now. He's already looking, and then he's gonna wait for a cow recession in South Africa, and then he's gonna go and pay the lobola.
Yeah, for sure. Is there a big difference between, because I know the one popular tribe, which is Zulu in South Africa. So is there a big difference between your tribe and the Zulu tribe?
Yeah, there is. Very big, very big. They do their things differently, and we do our things very differently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, but the concept of lobola stays the same.
Yeah, it stays the same, but then it depends. The Zulus, they were brought up in a different way compared to Xhosa ladies. You know, they still perform the virginity testings. You see. And when you have to get married to somebody, they have to make sure that you're a virgin and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, Wow, that's, I mean,
Did you know that we publish curated poetry across our website, magazine, and social media platforms? Email us at clarion.central@gmail.com for a chance to have your writing published.
So heading from the Eastern Cape, and looking at the country at large, right? We've all heard of South Africa, but a lot of us don't know that much about South Africa. So, what would you like the world to know about your country?
First of all, my country is so beautiful. It's very beautiful. We have many tourism attractions, I'll say. Yeah, we have many safaris. We have a Table Mountain. There's a lot to see in South Africa and a lot to do. I, as well, did not do as much, but I still feel like South Africa is one of the most beautiful countries in the world.
Now, I've seen pictures of Cape Town and Johannesburg, and I agree with you. It's absolutely stunning. It looks beautiful, and there's definitely I can, in those the photos I've seen, I can detect a lot of cultural diversity. One of South Africa's most famous exports, as a matter of fact, is cultural adjacent, and it's a restaurant, Nando's. So tell us a bit about South African food culturally. Like what's it like?
Wow. Okay, recently I just made up like a menu for my country. Like I came up with this menu of our food. Like, oh, we have so much delicious food that I think everyone can relate to, even if you're not coming from South Africa. For instance, we have Sam with oxtail. That's one of my favorite meals. Yeah, we do have chicken. We have tribe as well, tribe, and we eat pap a lot. People they can eat pap like in the morning. They use like maize meal to make it. I don't think you have maize meal here in America, do you?
We might, because I do know that there are many Mexican markets that sell maize products, so you might be able to find some in downtown Dayton.
So yeah, those are one of the.
Now, when you say
dishes
pop,
we allow.
what is that?
They use maize and just water and then just cook it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because and I learned this when I moved to Ohio 3 years ago. Pop is soda. What they call soda here, or soft drinks. Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah, so that's something that threw me for a loop.
I see.
It still sometimes surprises me when I'm hanging out with a friend and they say, "You want some pop?" I'm used to soda and soft drinks. Of course, every place has their way of referring to things. So, but just for our listeners, pop. When she mentions pop, she's not talking about soda.
So do you miss your South African food?
I do a lot. South African food. Yeah, I do miss it.
Okay.
Let's backtrack a little bit, because I when we were talking about food, I mentioned cultural diversity, and is that why South Africa is called the Rainbow Nation?
I would say it's a rainbow nation because we so diverse. We have many cultures. Can you imagine a country that has 11 official languages?
Wow.
Yeah, we have 11 official languages in 9 provinces, which we call them states here, I believe. Provinces and states, yeah. So yeah, we diverse in a way that we have our own Indians, we have our own Chinese. If you go to South Africa, you'll see white people. We have 2 different types of white people. Some they come from Britain, some are Afrikaners. So yeah, it's just a lot. Yeah.
Wow, that's really, really interesting. And there are quite a lot of celebrities out there. A lot of people aren't aware that come from South Africa, like Charlize Theron, and a musician that Veil has recently become very enchanted with.
Tyler. You heard of Tyler?
Yes.
Can
The
you say-
Grammy award winning. Oh wow, that girl, she's only 22.
22, yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And she's
making history at that
already
age.
making history in
Yeah.
her music. I think she's so good in a way that she's beautiful, very talented.
Yes.
We have many of those, like in South Africa. We have many. I'm
Okay.
telling you, there's still more coming.
I heard of Nasty C.
Yeah,
you know-
Nasty C, yes.
Okay. Is it a
Into-
rapper?
Yeah. hip
Okay.
hop,
Okay.
Yes.
You like hip hop?
I'm okay with the hip hop music. I'm okay.
Fine. So you study at Sinclair, right?
Yes.
So you a CCI student.
Mhm.
What's that mean, CCI?
I'm a community initiative program student.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's program that takes students from around the world and then it brings them to America
Okay.
in order to study, do internship, voluntary work, yeah, and so much. So yeah, I'm part of this program. I got here on a J1 visa. I'm an international student, so yeah.
What's your major?
I'm doing hospitality leadership and administration management.
Wow. So when you go back to South Africa, do you plan to work in the tourism industry?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Interesting. So what's your project back home? Like, because you're here for a specific period of time, right? So after your training, what do you plan to implement back home?
When I go back home, you know, before I come here, I already started with my own foundation. I wanted to come up with this foundation for young girls and even older women in my community because I've seen that they lack, there's so much that they lack, you know, so much when it comes to education, when it comes to opportunities. They need like someone to look up to. They need to be equipped with those resources to be able to tackle things like this opportunity that took me here to America. So I want to start something like that, give information to people and find ways for them to even go back to the college. Some they even look at the college registration like it's a killing process. They can't just do it. Just by looking at it, they just can't, you see. So yeah, they need more people that who can inspire them to do more for themselves because I could see there is potential from my community. So I want to start something like that.
Wow, that's very noble and absolutely incredible. You know, that you have this ambition. I'm curious, what was it like when you first came to the U.S.? Was that your first time leaving South Africa?
Yes.
What was it like?
Wow. At first, I could not be, okay, on my first day arriving here, I could not believe that I was here. Let me just say, I just could not believe that I made it here up until I was here. It's so different compared to back home. Everything is different. Everything is done differently. The cultural shocks as well. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had
tell
to
us
deal
about
with
them.
those.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to deal with those. Like, okay, cultural shock for me here. Americans, they speak so fast. They speak very, very fast. You can't even hear some kind of words. So yeah, those were the type of things. And the food is so different.
Yeah.
Like you have easygoing meals, like you can just make a meal within a minute. You don't get that in South Africa. So yeah, there's just a lot. It's just the people as well. People are great here. They're very great, very welcoming, and yeah, compared to my side, they're also welcoming but differently. But yeah.
So I know it's all fun being in the U.S. and stuff. So, but how do you feel like basically being away from your family?
Ooh. Being away, wow. You know, nowadays we have the best technology ever. I don't really feel like I'm being away at all. I have not been homesick,
Okay.
but I just can't wait to go home and see my family again. I have not been homesick. I love America.
Mhm.
You know, I love America so much. I wish I could stay longer.
What do you like particularly about America?
Um, the place is full of opportunities, and everyone is given a chance. You know, I'm coming from a community that is, I would say, nepotism in my country is very high, and here it's better. People like they are given opportunities, so that's what I like about America.
I'm curious because a lot of people might find it interesting that your first stop to America was in Dayton. Do you? And since then, you've traveled to other places in the States.
Yeah.
So, what do you find particular about Dayton that you really like?
Wow. Dayton, first of all, I have not experienced any crime and stuff like that. I have not seen anything negative around me. People here, they're living in peace, I would say, really in peace. Then other states that I've been, I have not been in other states for long because I went to Arizona. It was okay. It's beautiful down there. I got to visit the Grand Canyon. So yeah. As for me, Dayton, it's so wow. I don't know. If I were to come back to America, I would like to relocate to Dayton.
Wow.
Nowhere else. Let me just say that.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. And I guess when they were choosing us to come here, I didn't know that I'm coming to Ohio, Dayton, up until the last days of my travel. Apparently, when I asked how did they place us, they say that they match us with according to our profiles.
Wow.
Yeah. So they look at your profile and then they match you to a state that they think you will cope in. So I was like,
Wow.
oh, okay, wow.
Very
So, how did you get to know about the CCI opportunity?
Wow, CCI opportunity. I saw it on Instagram.
Okay.
Right? I saw
Wonderful.
it was on Instagram. It was a vlog from a lady who was part of the CCI. So she was busy explaining about CCI, how to apply, and what she's experienced here. Then I was like, oh no, this is what I need.
Was she also from South Africa?
Yeah, she was from South Africa.
Okay.
So I like I inboxed her, and then she replied back, and then she told me more about the program, and I applied. Let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. I applied the first year, that was in 2020, December. Then I got through for 2021. Was supposed to be here in 2021, but then at that time they put me to go to New York, Jamestown Community College. I was supposed to go there. That year I could not come due to some COVID reasons and whatsoever. Then I had to I was like so disappointed. Then I had to apply again for 20.
Like start back the whole process?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I applied again the second time. Second time was worse. I did not even make it after the interview. Like I just went through the interview. After that I was cut off. And then I applied again for 2023. Then I was in.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
Wow,
I was in.
man. Listen, so can you tell us a little bit more about the process? Like what is the first step, second step, and third step, and you know.
Okay,
finals
first
together?
step, applications, essays. After that, interviews, English tests, then pre-orientation, departure. Then you're here.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take a while. It's just a process of steps, and yeah.
So,
Interesting.
when you head back to South Africa, what is the first thing you plan to do? Have you thought about that?
Yes, I've thought about that. No, I've been doing a lot here in America. I told myself that I need a break. I want to take a break for about 3 months, not do anything, just being at home, just not do anything. Then after 3 months, that's when I'll start looking for a job. Yeah.
You're just gonna chill for
Yeah, I just want to chill for 3 months and not do anything. I think I need that gap space of months of
Mhm.
not doing anything, because this program, it's very, very intense. We don't sleep. We don't sleep here. We work day and night.
Yeah, trust me, we have a few CCI students that are interns with us this semester.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, they're always on campus, very hardworking.
Mhm.
So I definitely get what you mean. It's very intensive and they're very hardworking, and we're happy to have them. So do you think it's going to take you a minute to kind of reintegrate and get used to South Africa again, or do you think it's the kind of thing as soon as you land, you're just gonna be good to go?
I think I'm gonna be good to go. You
Okay.
know, I think I'm gonna be good to go. You too. I don't know. I went home recently, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that like?
I did go home, so it was only for a week, but it was a rush. I was like, yo, okay, I was at home. It was okay. It was okay
It was a
for
long
me.
flight.
It was a very long flight. I got so tired after a week I was there. When I came back, yeah.
So when you fly to South Africa from here, do you go to a larger airport first? Okay, and then
Mhm.
from there, do you go directly to East Cape, or do you stop?
Can you imagine? I took a flight from here to Atlanta, Atlanta to South Africa. From South Africa, I went to Johannesburg Park Station. I took a bus home, which is about 12 hours.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
That's a lot.
Can you imagine? Then I had to do that again in few days. Oh, it was tiring.
No, that's a,
Might have been tired too.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So we talked about cultural shock, and what about reverse cultural shock, like when you go back home?
You know, I think it's gonna be things here were so much easier than home. Were so much easier.
Especially when you got stipends.
Yeah, the stipends, the dishwasher. Oh, I'm gonna have to wash the dishes. So, yeah, the washing machines.
Dryers.
So you can imagine, when last did I use a washing line to go put my clothes? So yeah, it's just gonna be too much. Yeah.
Now, what about for Vaillant and I? Now, he's obviously going to go for Lobola related. I'm going to go for tourism. What kind of culture shock can we expect?
There's a lot language.
Language.
People down there, they like speaking their languages, you see,
Okay.
up until they notice that you don't understand. Because that's what I've experienced when I moved from my hometown to Johannesburg. People there, they speak Tswane, Sotho, different languages, Pedi, Venda. So in order to me to communicate with them, I have to use like English.
Mhm.
So if you were to be down there, I could see that sometimes people, they'll be like, he's speaking Khua, he's speaking Khua. Khua is like English. Then I was like, okay, I don't mean to, because I don't understand your language. Then they get to understand. That's when they will be talking like in English. So yeah, you will be shocked when it comes to that, because they do speak there. It's not like we speak English day in day out like here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Another thing that we've heard about, as beautiful and as wonderful as South Africa is, no country is perfect, of course. And we talked about this before we got on the air. There's a lot of scary stories out there about crime in some of the bigger cities in South Africa, like anywhere in the world. Should that be something that Vaillant and I should be concerned about?
Yeah, you should be concerned about that. Before you travel to South Africa, make sure that you check the areas that you go to, if they are safe. And most areas, they're not safe. They hijack a lot. You get mugged a lot.
So make sure you carry your gun with you.
Sometimes, even if you give them whatever that they wanted, they can even take your life. So it's not guaranteed.
Oh.
So really need to be careful when you're down there. But other than that, as long as you stick like in safe areas, you're okay. Travel like in groups, you'll be fine.
And don't get smart with people.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
don't mention Lobola.
Don't.
Okay, Yes.
All right. So I think that's my last question. you talked about you applying for like 3 times. You know, I strongly believe that you are an example of courage and determination and all that. So, what message can you give to the people who look up to you, the people who just want to also be the next wave of CCI, but they keep on failing and stuff? What message do you have for them?
Giving up is not an option at all when it comes to applying for CCI. It's not an easy road. It's gonna be tough. Hang in there and believe in yourself. Yeah.
That's it.
Well said. I don't think thank you so much for joining.
That's it. Thank you very much for watching. See you in another.